Now let's head up the California coast to Los Angeles, where a new season of NBC's The Voice just got underway. And for all you fans of Team Blake, some not so good news. This season will be Blake Shelton's last. Our pal Jackson Daly, whose dad Carson Daly is the host and one of the producers of The Voice, was invited to take our cameras backstage to find out why the country star is calling it quits and the secrets behind those famous red chairs.
Hey Lester, we are here at Stage 30 in the Universal backlot. This is where The Voice happens, and I had a chance to sit down with Blake Shelton to talk about his last season at The Voice.
Ready? So then this is the coach walk.
Long walk.
And then this will be the scene that you see where it's like, welcome, Kelly Clarkson. And then, bam, Jackson, here we are.
Here we go. It's a show full of baritones, bass, and belting out the tunes. The Voice gives unknown singers a chance to compete for a top prize and a record deal. And now after 23 seasons, Coach Blake Shelton is saying so long, but trying to end on a high note.
Pick me, Riley.
Well, Blake, thank you for sitting down with me right now. You and my dad have been on The Voice throughout it all.
Blake Shelton, this is your last season. This is it, buddy.
Why are you leaving him?
You know, when I first started on this show, I think you were one, and I felt like I just wanted to stay here long enough that I felt like, you know, you were grown enough to make it on your own without my influence.
Blake Shelton is the longest serving coach on The Voice and has won the most times. You've been a coach for so long. What does it take to be on Team Blake?
A sense of humor. You know, people that don't take themselves too serious seem to be the ones that I have the best and closest connection to. So I think making it on Team Blake, you got to be able to not take yourself so serious, laugh.
So the age to try out is 13. I'm 13 now.
Yeah.
What would you say to kids my age?
What I would say to you is,
yeah,
music's probably not going to be your path, Jackson. I've heard you sing, and please, for the sake of your own like self-worth, don't put yourself through that, you know?
All right, well, what would you say to kids my age, not me, who actually can sing,
okay,
who want to try out for The Voice?
I say come on, because, you know, the chances of making it on this show are slim, but there's no way to audition for this show and especially make it on this show without learning a bunch of stuff, you know, and that's what I love about it. Artists like me who've been doing this for a million years, there's just never really been a path to pass along all the stuff I've learned over the years to younger people, and now I'm able to pass along some things that I've learned along the way, and especially mistakes I've made along the way. So that's been probably my favorite part about being a coach on here, and the reason I would say, come try out, you know, give it a shot.
Convincing the coaches through song to give them a shot is the first step in this singing competition. And it all comes down to getting them to turn their chair.
Here's all that anybody ever cares about. They want to know about the chairs, right? Now, sadly, this is the part of the season where the button has been removed. I know you wanted to do this
little bit.
The chair spin thing. So there's no buttons on the chairs at this point in the show because we're now in our playoff mode. Here's where I've been sitting since 2011. Now, it's not the exact same chair. I get a new model every couple of years, you know.
Upgrades?
The upgrades, exactly.
Yeah.
Look at this. I got so I can hear what's going on. I got my speakers built into the chair, and there's LED lights built in.
Oh, it says your name.
Got my name tag on the back, and it's built in a way so that if I ever get fired midway through the season, they just type in a new name and it's right there. So it's not like built into the chair, because that could happen, let's face it. Let me show you one other major secret about these chairs. Underneath here, you can feel right there. Feel that switch?
Oh, yeah?
It's a heater.
It's heated?
Because it gets so cold in here, sometimes you have to turn on the seat heater. And it's just like in a fancy car or whatever, and it'll warm you up. I never, in all my time being on this show, never have turned that on. My wife will have it on the whole time on maximum heat.
Wow. I never
And
knew
so
that.
up here, this is where all the magic happens, right? So this is where they perform. And it's kind of cool, you know, they can sing to the coaches if they want, but they also have the audience all the way around if it's weird singing to us. And then here's where the band is set up, and it's pretty crazy, you know. I would have never guessed watching the other singing shows out there that, you know, that bands really are playing live because it's perfect, you know. But
Yeah.
this band really does. They set up, they play live, and that's it. That's where the magic's made, buddy.
This is it. It's massive. So many lights.
And then your dad has a secret room too that he
does?
hangs out in. Yeah, you want to go see it?
I do.
Okay. So this is where Carson Daly actually sits, and while the people are performing, he can watch the performance on his screen right here. He keeps his notes, so he knows a little bit of information about each contestant and go out there and act like he knows what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of like you do with this show.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
He always tells me, fake it till you make it.
Right. You're nailing it.
Yeah, that's what you've done
Yeah.
in the past.
Let's do our little goodbye here.
Well, Blake, thank you for talking to me.
Well, buddy, I'll still promise to be a major part of your life.
I'm Jackson Daly for Nightly News Kids Edition. Back to you, Mr. Holt.